What's going on, everybody? This is Extra Grape. You can call me Diarrhea because I run shit. Call me Swiver the Sweeper because I stay dusting that ass. Even though I hate this game, I still dust that ass. When people move. But we'll get into that. So I've debated for a while whether to even do a review for this because it's like I don't even want to put any effort into this fucking game because you can probably get where I'm going with this. It's not really enjoyable. But I'll give my 2 cents for what it's worth. And yeah, well, we can argue about it all day long because I'm right, like always. But anyway, I'm just kidding. The things in this game that I like, obviously, it looks great. The maps look great. The guns look great. The guns sound great. They feel great. There's tons of attachments. There's tons of weapons. There's a lot of variety. The only bad part is there's meta weapons that are just way better than others. That everybody fucking uses, and that guy is camping in his spawn with a wall lean that everybody had to have back from Call of Duty Ghosts. Just kidding. But yeah, so everything looks great, sounds great, guns are awesome. Other than that, I'd give, if you took all that stuff out of the game, I would give this game a 2 out of 10 at most. All that other stuff. The other stuff is what's keeping me somewhat interested, having all the guns and different guns and stuff. The attachments and the way you can change the weapons around. That's the most interesting part to me. The game itself is pretty buns. It's fucking hot trash. The maps are bad. The maps promote camping, which I've seen a video. I'm sure most of you have seen it. The guy pretty much said, we put a lot of nooks and crannies in the map for new players to get comfortable with the game at their own speed, which means, okay, we're going to let them camp, and then the people who give a fuck about their KD are just going to camp with them. Because there's way too many of them people out there. But maybe one day they'll realize KD doesn't mean anything. So, yeah, the maps are awful. I don't know, like, the network lag thing or that people have been talking about with this game is, like, way worse than Black Ops 4. Essentially what that means, it's essentially lag, I'm guessing, is the way I took it. But when I'm aiming down sight at a doorway and a guy walks in, jump shoots me with a submachine gun with 5 bullets before I can even pull my trigger, that's pretty alarming. And that's not my reaction time. That's not on my reaction time whatsoever. That is 100% the game. My reaction time is not that of a fucking 6-year-old camel. I'm sorry. It's not the way it is. That's a fucking problem because at the end of the day, that's just going to make your gunfights so inconsistent. And going on streaks with inconsistent connection is impossible, especially when you play the way that I do. And these are 3 games, if we get to the third one, that I happen to be playing against fucking trash fucking players, and for whatever reason, me running around didn't hurt me. But these about are the only 3. There's maybe a couple more exceptions, but it does not happen often. It does not happen often where I can run around and be successful. So you can take it for what it's worth. These are 3 decent games that I got. And even still, the kill streaks that I get aren't super great because they can get taken out pretty easy. But it is what it is. I feel like just everything in this game is slow and boring. Like, if I talk like that the entire time, you guys would fall asleep. That's how I feel like when I'm playing this game. It's just not, there's no excitement at all. It's like watching a basketball, NBA basketball with a team that's like plays really good defense. Like the Spurs used to be. They were so boring to fucking watch. They were a great team, but it was boring. At the end of the day, video game, it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be boring. Call of Duty from, the beginning of time until now has been an arcade shooter. And they got way too far away from this game being an arcade shooter. But anyway, and I feel like in this game they brought back so many things and put in the game so many things that no one asked for. No one asked for a double sprint. Ever. Who ever asked for that? Nobody ever. This is them. This is a case of them just trying to be different and forcing it upon themselves to be different. There's no need for a double sprint. It's dumb. The mini-map. Nobody asked for this. They don't want people to watch the dots, aka they want to make it easier for everybody. For new players. That's all that is. Nobody ever asked for the minimap to be changed, which I've heard they're changing it back, but whatever. It's too late. For me, the game is almost already. I'm almost done with it because it's already pissed me off enough. Like, patches that come out 3-4 months later, 2 months later. Whatever. The game's already old. It's already old. I don't want to play it then. The replenishable Claymores. This was a problem in Modern Warfare 2 with one-man army and noob tubes and things. There's 2 ways to replenish your Claymores in this game, and you can start with 2 of them. That's a problem. And I'm not trying to say there shouldn't be any Claymores in the game. Fine. Let there be Claymores in the game. But the fact that you can replenish them, kill somebody, and then just sit in one room the entire time with Claymores protecting you every which way is absurd. It's absurd. Because then you can put a trophy system down to block anything that's going to blow it up. It's absolutely mind-boggling that they think this is okay. I don't understand who's testing these games because it's not anybody with 2 cents. Not at all. The Claymores are broken. They need to be... There has to be a direct counter to Claymores. And a lot of people are going to say EOD is a counter. It is not a counter. When, anybody with a fucking bright mind, or a mind at all, once they see the hit marker go off and they hear an explosion behind them, oh, somebody just walked through my Claymore. Let me turn and fucking breathe on them and they're going to die because they're so low health to begin with. That's not a counter. The counter needs to be either A, delay the explosion so they can't, so it doesn't blow up right away and it gives you a chance to sneak up behind somebody, which, unless they change the footsteps, that's not going to help. Or make the explosion quieter so they can't hear it and make the hit marker go away so they don't know somebody ran through it. Because if they do, all they got to do is turn, oh, I wonder where the guy's at. My hit marker just popped up on my screen and I didn't shoot nobody. It must be at my Claymore. It's obvious. It's not a counter. That is not a counter to the Claymores. That being said, when people aren't moving, like in this game, and moving slow, and like there's been so many games that I play that go to the time limit, that don't get finished, that if you do start doing well, people fucking quit. What is the difference from having somebody wanting new players to not feel pressured and playing against great players than decent players playing against each other and then the decent players quitting because they're getting their ass stomped? How is that fun for the player who's getting kill streaks? That's fucking stupid. Everybody quits in this game when you fucking start doing something. I quit because people don't move and it's boring. I'm not going to do that. But I'm not. If somebody's like getting kill streaks, I will not leave. If somebody's playing, like a normal motherfucker and getting kill streaks, I won't leave. I'll deal with it because I should have did better. But I'm not going to sit there and let somebody head glitch in the back of the spawn and fucking go on kill streaks that are just fucking absurd because they can hide behind Claymores. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, people are so worried about their stats and getting kill streaks to make them fucking hide and just cower in corners. It's unbelievable. But anyway, the footsteps in this game are still abysmal. Dead silence is not dead silence. Dead silence the dead silence field operation should be called a little quieter. Because that's all it is. You can still hear footsteps when you're in dead silence. I've had plenty of people turn and be like, oh, there's somebody behind me. You need to be dead silent when you have this on, or it's fucking not useful at all. It's fucking pointless. They've always said they don't want to put perks in the game that are a crutch that you have to use. Well, guess what? Footsteps and Claymores are a crutch for everybody who plays this game because they use it all the time, and that's what most people, hear people buy. They listen for footsteps, and that's 9 times out of 10 why I get killed is because I'm moving, people can hear me, and they turn and shoot me with a 725. It's absurd. It is absurd. The only way to counter that is to not move, and I refuse to do that. I don't care if my KD is 069. Don't care. I'm going to fucking play how I want to play. There should be no downfall to playing your style of play, which in previous Call of Duties, you can succeed both ways. You can camp and do well, and you can run around and do well. If you're really good, you can run around and succeed. You know, which I could do the same thing with camping. I could camp and succeed in that game. But in this game, there is not running around and being consistent. It's just not possible. And I refuse to camp. I'm not going to do it. The game is not fun when you do that. I don't care who you are. I would rather fucking go 10-10 than fucking 20-5 and having to camp for kill streaks. It's just not fun. And I know I'm beating a dead horse, and it might sound like I'm hating on camping. I'm not. But it's just not an exciting game. At the end of the day, it's a video game. It's supposed to be fun. Just because you see the numbers 20-5 doesn't mean it was fun. Does not mean the game was fun. It means you hid for some kill streaks and you had 20 kills. That's all that meant. It was not enjoyable for you. I promise you it wasn't. But anyway, now that I'm done beating that horse into the ground. Some other things with the Claymores, and this has been like a thing since the beginning of time. Don't understand this at all. When you kill somebody, their Claymore should engage immediately as you kill them. For whatever reason, Claymores last until they stop watching the kill cam, which is fucking retarded. Claymores are bad enough. Why the fuck can they kill you 4 or 5 seconds after you've killed the person? So it's bad enough that, okay, if I get by somebody without them hearing me, that's 1 check. If I get through their Claymore with EOD, that's 2 check. Oh, 3, I finally kill them. 3, okay, cool. Well, now I'm leaving the building, and guess what? Their second Claymore killed me because they didn't fucking stop watching the kill cam, and they got me with a Claymore when they've been dead for 3 seconds. How is that fair at all? That is so fucking absurd to me. It is unbelievable. I've had people people were just clueless. This is how clueless people are. I had a guy message me and told me I was hacking because his Claymore didn't kill me. I said, okay, first off, you're using a fucking Claymore as a crutch to protect you when you're just hiding. Secondly, there's a fucking perk that fucking stops explosive or like lessens explosive damage. He's like, well, which one is it? I'm like, fucking read, dude. It's not hard to read. Go fucking read the perks. It's not difficult. But he was calling me a hacker because I didn't die. He was so upset that his Claymore didn't fucking protect his fucking booty hole that he had to message me and tell me I was hacking. I'm like, at that point, it's just laughable. It's laughable how people think this game should be played. And there is no right or wrong way to play it, but I can tell you now, you sitting in a corner with a shotgun is not fun. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like YouTube kind of ruins Call of Duty because, and I guess I'm one to blame. I mean, not really, because I don't really camp, but people sit there and say, oh, this game's campy, you got to play campy to get your kill streaks, and then they have, videos on how to get kill streaks, and a lot of it is promoting camping. That's the fucking dumbest thing. I would never, ever do that because it's fucking not worth it. It's not fun. It's not fun for anyone, I tell you. It's just really not. But as a whole, the game is just... I after I played one day of this, I went on Black Ops 4. Like the first or second game, I went like 65-5 or something. It's just a regular old fucking kill confirmed game. 65 kills. It was fast-paced. You have to have skill because you have to stay on target with the time to kill. I'm not necessarily hating on the time to kill in this game, but it makes it easier for newer players because they can literally hold their gun straight, shoot, and if you walk through that line of bullets, you're probably going to die if you're close enough. And that just helps out, less quality players. And it's, kind of annoying because then it just makes it harder for the people who actually, are good at the game. And and at the end of the day, connection is the biggest thing. With the connection being the way it is, like I said, gunfights are a toss-up to begin with. The gunfights are a fucking toss-up, and you trying to go on long kill streaks when the connection is bad is just impossible. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but in the beginning, before you find a match, it says, looking for a game with under 25 ping. Then you get into the game, and my ping is always like 40. So it's like, you just said you were looking for a game that's under 25 ping, but you put me in a game that's 40. Don't understand that. I really have no idea how that's the case. I've had maybe 1 or 2 games that I've noticed that I'm like near 20 ping, which I have the best internet pretty much that you can get. And there's servers, and that's another thing. There's servers 1 state away from me, north and south. You go up 1 state, there's a server, and then down 1 state, there's a server. And yet it's still putting me into servers from fucking Georgia. I see shit from Texas. I see shit all over the fucking place. So I don't understand why that is. Well, I do, is because the skill-based matchmaking, which is a whole nother topic. And this has been a dead... people have beat this to death too, over YouTube videos and stuff. And then people always defend it. Like, oh, you don't want to play against players that are just as good as you? Will you just beat up on trash players? That's not it at all. There's a few reasons why skill-based matchmaking is bad. There was a test that somebody did saying that he was having a hard time finding lobbies on his main account, which he, I guess, try-harded on, and he had a second account that was not, as good as stats. And then, so he got a bunch of lobbies in the try-hard, I guess, try-hard account, and it started, so many games without a full lobby. And then the account with, the shitty stats, it started every game full. So it tells you, it's a good indication to me, unless you're just blind to the fact and just, biased to Call of Duty. It's kind of blatant to see that, it was skill-based matchmaking to whatever he did. Just look it up. You can find it. I'm not posting it because I'm lazy and don't feel like doing that. But other reasons why skill-based matchmaking is bad, well, there's two main reasons I have. Especially in previous Call of Duties, my buddies noticed a huge difference. Some of my buddies, they're not the best. They're not awful, but they're not the best. And they fucking hate playing with me because every time they get matched in lobbies that I'm in, every time they say, God, I was doing so good earlier, and ever since I joined you, now I can't do anything. So essentially you're telling me, not telling me, but you're essentially making it unenjoyable for my buddies because they're getting their ass stomped because you put me in lobbies, up to my skill level. But they're, if they're lesser, of a skilled player, then they're going to have a miserable fucking time. So, you want the game to be fun for everybody, but you're fucking the people who are trying to play in groups. So it makes zero sense that you would do that. That's one reason. Second reason is, there's obviously a fucking meta of guns. The M4. Everybody fucking uses it. 725. Everybody fucking uses it. If I want to use a fucking Uzi with a fucking long barrel and try this perk and that perk and this pistol and run around with a pistol and guess what? Have fun with the game. I can't do that because everybody has got their fucking Nike sweatbands on, fucking just dripping in fucking sweat, too much drip, dripping in fucking sweat, trying to fucking improve their KD and get a fucking 7 kill streak. So it's impossible to try fun setups and still enjoy it, still be able to enjoy it. I used to love in Modern Warfare 3 running around with fucking, Glocks or the fucking Scorpion or just something stupid. It used to be fun because you got to use every fucking gun in the game. But when you're fucking going up against fucking sweaty fucks, you have to use fucking guns that are top tier. You're going to get fucking shit on non-stop. And it makes it not fun. At the end of the day, like I said, this is supposed to be fun because it's a fucking video game. But ever since dedicated servers have been out, my connection has always been bad. I get fucked for whatever reason. Although I did play Black Ops 4 as of late, and that has been better. But again, if the game's better, 6, 7, 8 months after the fucking game is released, what the fuck's the point? I'm already done with that game. I don't want to play I don't want to be excited for a game that's fucking 8 months old. The game was released now. I want it to be good now and ready to play now, not in fucking 8 months. So, it doesn't matter how many patches they fucking have. They can put out a patch every fucking 6 hours for the next 21 days. The game should be fucking ready when it's fucking released. But it's so frustrating that every year, everybody gets so excited. And I didn't mind Black Ops 4. I liked Black Ops 4, especially with the Blackout mode. It was fucking amazing. People will still play the shit out of Blackout. They play the shit out of it. And I probably will play it a little bit here and there too. But I can guarantee you when this game is not new, I'm not going to go back and say, hey, let's play some Modern Warfare. Never going to happen. It will not happen. I promise you. Unless all the shit that I'm just, going off about has changed. And look, if you notice this box, you can't jump on that box from the side, which is fucking retarded. That's just another fucking stupid thing that just drives me insane. Try jumping on that box from the side. You can't. You can't do it. But anyway, this game as a whole, it's just a clusterfuck. Everything, the map's a clusterfuck. Perfect example. This map, playing Kill Confirmed. This fucking Kill Confirmed game takes about, I don't know, 8 fucking minutes on a one of the smallest maps in the game, where I had a chopper gunner, all my kill streaks. Mind you, when I got all my kill streaks, they all started hiding. Had all my shit, and it still takes about 8 minutes to finish the fucking game of Kill Confirmed, where the the limit is 65. Like that, I mean, it's just so slow of a game. It's boring. Oh look, I mean, I had to jump on this guy, duck down, and the shotguns are just supreme in this game. There's really no reason to use submachine guns in this game. But anyway, I'm. It might sound like I'm complaining. This is like what I tell work. I'm not complaining. It's just me giving you constructive criticism that you should, take from somebody who's been playing Call of Duty for the last fucking 10 years or whenever. Since I've literally been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2. I mean, I've been playing forever. Longer than most people on YouTube now, because most people on YouTube start playing Modern Warfare 2, and they're pretty much kids. I'm a fucking grown-ass man. I've been playing this game for fucking way too long. And it's just depressing every fucking year. It's just not fun. And I love that everybody, like on YouTube, there's people like, oh, this game's great. And every fucking 10 minutes on Twitter, they're fucking complaining about something. Like, if it's so fucking great, I don't want to hear a peep out of your mouth. Like, honestly, the game's not great. It's fucking trash. It's not fun. It is not a game where I'm going to go back, man, I can't wait to play Call of Duty. Like, I'd literally rather play Diablo, which is a game that's fucking 8 years old, 7 years old, than this Call of Duty. Like, look at these guys. They're just fucking hiding for their lives. Like, this fucking real war. It's crazy. But anyway, this is me been ranting, and I've only touched on, like, minor things. But all in all, the game is slow, and it's just, I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't know what else I could do. It's hard to tell. I can tell in this game, you put 4 or 5 bullets, and then, boom, you're dead immediately when somebody shoots you, like, one time. It's fucking absurd. Like, that's why EOD is not fucking helpful. Point blank, right there. It's fucking retarded. But anyway, I'll keep playing this game every now and again. I'm not playing this game a lot because it's just not really enjoyable. And I'm probably leaving here to yell at people because they're fucking hiding. But I hope y'all enjoyed me complaining. Like I said, I debated doing this for a while. But I hope y'all enjoyed at least a couple of decent games to watch. More exciting games that you don't really see on YouTube these days. But I hope y'all enjoyed. If you didn't, click the thumbs down button. If you did, you know what to do. Peace.